Hello and good evening. Today we are going to present about group 14. In this slide, we were going to present about atomic radius trend, first ionization energy trend, melting point, and electrical conductivity. What are group 14 elements? The group 14 elements are the second group in the P block of the periodic table. It is also called the carbon group. Elements that are in this group include carbon, germanium, lead, silicon, tin, and flerovium. Group 14 elements generally have an electronic configuration of ns2np2, meaning that these elements have 2 electrons in the outermost p orbitals. Table below shows electronic configuration of group 14 elements.
Now we will proceed with the atomic radius trend. The atomic radii of the carbon group elements tend to increase with increasing atomic number. This is due to the increase of energy levels, so there is a greater distance between the nucleus and the outermost orbital. Carbon's atomic radius is 77 picometers, silicon's is 118, germanium's is 123, tin's is 141, and lead's is 175. Now we will be moving on to the first ionization energy trend. Based on the table above, the first ionization energy of group 14 decreases down the group due to the fact that the atoms get bigger due to extra layers of electrons. The further the outer electrons are from the positive nucleus, the less attracted they are, and thus the easier to remove. Another reason is that there exists a shielding effect where the outer electrons are screened from the full attraction of the nucleus due to the volume of the inner electrons. Finally, the previous two effects must outweigh the increased nuclear charge. Now, we will be proceeding to the melting point of group 14 elements. As you can see, carbon has a melting point of 3825 degrees Celsius, whereas silicon has a melting point of 1414 degrees Celsius, germanium having a melting point of 939 degrees Celsius, tin with 232 degrees Celsius, and lead having 328 degrees Celsius. The melting point trend reflects the increasing weaknesses of the covalent or metallic bonds as the atoms get bigger and the bonds get longer. The low value for tin's melting point compared with lead is presumably due to tin forming a distorted 12 coordinated structure rather than a pure one. Now, we will be discussing about the electrical conductivity of group 14 elements. First of all, carbon doesn't conduct electricity because it is a nonmetal, meaning it really cannot conduct electricity. Tin and lead can conduct electricity, but with less effectiveness than copper, making tin and lead poor metals. And finally, silicon and germanium are electrical semiconductors, and they are considered metalloids. Metalloids are neither metal nor nonmetal. It's a metalloid, an element that falls somewhere between the two. That is all from us. Thank you.
Rahmat terlalu asik.